So I'm always having these conversations with my students about how to play the top four strings of the guitar and good ways to practice that. You know, on the top four strings of the guitar, you get a lot of really jangly, chords and stuff like that, and it's you don't always want to play. You don't always want to play bar chords or um, string 6 5 4 3 2 1. Sometimes you need something that's just a little bit more sparse and not as muddy in the bass. And that's what playing on the top four strings does. It kind of makes your chord arrangement less muddy. And it also promotes the idea of guitar parts, I think. And I'm going to give you two very famous, well-known guitar parts that you can practice to sort of hone this skill. The first one is "Beast of Burden" by the Stones. I think it's a great 4 3 2 1 guitar part. And what we do with this one is we play a B chord right here, but remember, we're just playing strings 4 3 2 1. So we got, there's four chords in there. I have B, and then I'm kind of taking my third finger, just falling down like this, and I'm making an E chord, and then lifting it up again. So that is like this: 1 2 3 4. Right? I went blah, E, and then coming up here to play a C, and again, like just real quick, top four strings, not playing strings 6 or 5. Coming up here, then after this, I come up here to play a C sharp minor chord, and again, not that. I'm playing this: C sharp, E, G sharp, C sharp. And then doing an E chord right here, and then hammering on a C sharp to make an A chord. C sharp, E, and then A. And then C sharp on the top. So that's the first one. And that goes like this again. That's the first guitar part. The next one would be, I like this Dire Straits song, "So Far Away From Me." It's got a really good 4-string guitar part. The main riff it starts like with just kind of power chords. We're in E. Both these songs are in E. And this. All right, so all that's happening there is he's coming up to, that's an E triad, just like in the last song, an E chord. And he's going, and these are kind of like stabs, so 1 and 2 and 1, like that. And he's probably using his fingers because he's Mark Knopfler. And then that's just a B triad right there, nothing fancy. And then that's like a D to an A. So E, A, B, B, E, A. There's no D. I meant E to A, my bad. And then here, that's a B chord hammering onto an E. So it makes that sort of 5-1 sound, that final sound. So. And I know, blasphemous, I'm not playing this on a Strat. I'm playing it on an SG. It should be on a Strat, right? So practice those two riffs. They're iconic riffs, and they're probably already in your head, from hearing them so many times. And it truly will help you with your 4-string approach on the guitar, as opposed to playing big muddy rock chords, which I love doing. I love that sound. But sometimes we want to play, more part-oriented stuff, and or just there's already enough going on in the bass that we don't need to play something in that frequency. We can play something up here. those triads really promote the use of the guitar in this way too. So I'm going to do another video on triads. I've probably done videos on triads, but I need to do more on that too. So anyway, thanks.